Bonjour à tous, donc Patrick Ellsworth, Stadio Technologies. Bienvenue sur ce séminaire co-organisé entre Stelio et Kontron concernant donc les produits de la société Kontron Electronics, à savoir effectivement tout ce qui est module SOM, carte à base de module SOM, produits Raspberry et produits dérivés d'architecture Raspberry et IMX. Bienvenue à tous. Nous avons avec nous Thomas Müller qui interviendra également, donc Thomas Müller de Kontron Electronics qui interviendra également durant cette présentation que nous allons développer, je dirais tous les deux. Pour commencer, effectivement, donc voici l'agenda. Donc on va effectivement introduire, je dirais les deux sociétés, effectivement Stelio Technologies qui est donc distributeur Kontron sur la France, bien évidemment Kontron Electronics, et puis effectivement on continuera par les présentations des différentes lignes produits. Donc la ligne produit des modules SOM et des cartes à base de modules SOM. La ligne produit à base des produits Raspberry, qui sont bien connus effectivement dans nos secteurs d'activité. Ensuite, on couvrira tout ce qui est web panel, qui sont effectivement des panels PC en mode web liés à ces architectures de cartes SOM. Et puis, on fera effectivement un petit explicatif des applications que l'on effectivement adresse avec ces différents produits, et nous terminerons par une session de questions-answers. Donc effectivement, pendant la présentation, vous avez la possibilité de poster vos questions et on y répondra soit dans le fil de discussion, soit effectivement en fin de présentation. Donc à nouveau, bienvenue à tous. Quelques mots tout d'abord sur la société Stelio Technologies. Donc nous sommes un distributeur à valeur ajoutée actif sur la France, avec une couverture produit qui est multiple. Donc on a une organisation sous forme de différentes business units qui effectivement adressent différentes technologies. Donc que vous voyez ici explicité dans le but effectivement de réaliser des systèmes d'information sous différentes formes bien évidemment. Donc on adresse ces différentes technologies comme la technologie de l'affichage et des dalles tactiles. On adresse également des parties mécaniques, où on va effectivement faire des pièces mécaniques dédiées, donc soit effectivement sur demande client, soit dédiées à un système d'information particulier. Des applications également dans le domaine de l'EMI, qui est un point important lié à la CEM. Notre focus aujourd'hui, ça sera effectivement la partie des systèmes embarqués, donc que je drive pour Stelio Technologies. Nous avons également une activité de réalisation de câbles et une activité de distribution de connecteurs. Donc ça, c'est toujours très utile, effectivement, lorsqu'on fait du système, puisqu'à un moment donné, on va se confronter à la problématique de la réalisation des câbles, et donc on réalise ces câbles à façon en grande quantité pour vos applications, dans le but effectivement de pouvoir proposer un kitting de différents produits qui vont vous permettre ensuite de réaliser vos intégrations et vos systèmes. Un département également de conversion d'énergie où on va retrouver des produits de conversion DC-DC, mais également des ALIM en entrée alternative qui vont pouvoir s'intégrer. Donc ça peut être des ALIM open frame, des ALIM sous forme d'adaptateurs. Donc bien évidemment, il y a différentes formes de produits de conversion d'énergie. Également une activité thermique où on va trouver tout ce qui est effectivement dissipateur, GATPAD et solutions de dissipation thermique. Une activité de connectivité d'IoT, donc on va retrouver effectivement tout ce qui est communication sans fil, 3G, 4G, 5G, ainsi de suite, GPS bien évidemment, et puis une activité de composants électroniques. Donc plus des capacités, des choses un peu particulières. Une information effectivement importante qui est, je dirais, sur l'exercice 2021, c'est que nous avons fait l'acquisition d'une société italienne qui s'appelle Special IND, donc qui est localisée sur Milan, qui a une activité qui est très proche de la nôtre, de manière à consolider effectivement le groupe Stelio. Donc les localisations effectivement de Stelio, donc les localisations principales se trouvent en région parisienne, avec 2 sites, un site je dirais plus headquarter et un site plus technique et logistique sur Fresnes. Et puis je dirais donc maintenant, suite à l'acquisition de Special IND, un site sur Milan, et également des sites je dirais en Asie, qui nous permettent sur des importations Asie d'assurer les aspects qualitatifs et de design avec nos partenaires asiatiques. Donc, voilà, j'ai souhaité effectivement positionner, je dirais, et commenter l'ADN de la société Stelio Technologies. Donc on a un distributeur à valeur ajoutée qui est très effectivement centré sur la partie design électronique. Hein. Donc on assure effectivement cette partie design avec nos partenaires et je dirais des phases de finition jusqu'aux phases après-vente, je dirais sur un projet complet. Donc c'est ce qui nous particularise, hein, effectivement, d'être à même de discuter avec nos clients des aspects d'architecture, et puis effectivement de driver successivement toutes les phases d'un projet jusqu'aux phases effectivement où on va avoir besoin de faire des RMA, du support technique, des aspects hardware, des aspects software, du prototyping, voilà, toutes les phases, je dirais, classiques d'un projet électronique tel que vous les connaissez. Voilà, donc effectivement une gestion de bout en bout. Donc pour ce faire, effectivement, on s'appuie sur les ressources de nos partenaires et on s'appuie également sur les ressources internes, puisqu'on va disposer, je dirais, d'équipes techniques qui nous aident effectivement sur les projets, d'ingénieurs des ventes, bien sûr, de la partie product manager qui soutient toute la technologie, et puis effectivement de nos équipes d'ingénieurs et de développeurs qui sont situés sur Fresnes. Voilà, donc une forte connotation de design pour Stelio Technologies et une organisation et des moyens, je dirais, qui nous permettent effectivement, je dirais, d'apporter des valeurs ajoutées au niveau de notre offre. Hein, donc par exemple dans le domaine du tactile, donc on a une salle hors poussière qui nous permet de faire de l'assemblage de dalles tactiles. Dans le domaine du thermique, on a des machines qui nous permettent de faire de la pré-découpe à façon des pâtes thermiques. On est à même, du point de vue de la logistique, de travailler sur la partie dry pack, donc pour notamment les produits embarqués. Et puis on a des lignes d'intégration, je dirais, sur Fresnes, des laboratoires, je dirais, pour la partie écran et pour la partie embarquée, qui nous permettent effectivement de faire des customisations et des assemblages à façon. Donc vous êtes bien entendu invité à venir nous rencontrer sur le site de Fresnes pour pouvoir effectivement de visu, je dirais, discuter avec les personnes techniques et voir effectivement nos différents moyens. So I will let Thomas introduce the Kontron ecosystem. Okay.
So, je ne parle pas assez bien le français, so I hope it's okay when I continue in English.
Should be okay, Thomas.
Okay, so at this page, we show you Kontron, S&T Kontron, as a global player with a turnover of over 1 billion euros and around 5,000 employees. 3,000 of them are working in the development. So the next page, I will take it. So, and here you can see Kontron Electronics. Our part of the global sales is around 40 million euros, and we have around 350 employees. Our development, our purchasing, and our sales team are in Germany. Our production is in Hungary, and our main parts are medical and health and industry and automation. Kontron Electronics is a fuel service provider for the development and production of complex electronic components. And in addition, we also offer our own product portfolio, which is the main, or which are the main focus today. So here we have an overview of our product world. We will give you some details in a moment. And here we start. We have at the bottom, we have we have here on the picture a modular structure, and we start at the bottom with our SOMs. These SOMs with different CPUs then could be installed on our baseboards over them. And our baseboards can then be bought without a case, with a case for DIN rail mounting, or with a display on the back side of the display.
So I will take over, Thomas, regarding the SOM modules. So this is a very interesting solution from Kontron Electronics. Just to give you a bit of history regarding this module, Kontron Electronics was in fact a private company called Exit, which is located in Europe, and they were integrated in the Kontron group. And they bring this technology of a module, very compact module that can be soldered on your application, on your baseboard, or part of a standard baseboard from Kontron. So nowadays we have mainly 3 different modules available. The first one is the very well-known IMX6 UL, which is a single-core processor. We also have a solution based on the very well-known STM32 from ST with the MP157 SKU from STM32, which is a dual-core processor, and also dual-core Cortex-A7 processor, and also Cortex-M4. And we have the latest one, the latest introduced, which is very popular right now, which is the IMX8M Mini processor from NXP, also as a soldered module. So this is very interesting technology because it's compact. It is soldered, so for application where there are some vibration, it's a very nice solution because you don't have any connectors between the SOM modules and the baseboard. And also it's a very up-to-date technology. So you see these modules on this slide too. Again, you see that the different type of performance that you can achieve with these modules. For sure, the single core solution is the entry-level product, and the IMX8M is the highest performance level. So there will be additional technology, and Thomas will come back on this point later with the OSM architecture, which is a new standard architecture from the market that will be introduced in the next year. So for sure, this current technology will carry on in the next year too, with very aggressive position on the market. So just to give you some details about this module. So what do we have on this module? We have, of course, the processor on this module. We have some memory and some eMMC on the module store the software. We have some gigabit Ethernet interfaces, some serial lines, some USB, and some graphic interface available to be used on a carrier board to build a full system with display and touchscreen. So what is also interesting is that we can achieve some extended temperature solution based on these modules. So very rugged with the soldered capability, and also very rugged with the extended temperature range. The philosophy of the module is the same across the line. The difference is the main difference is the type of processor included. So for each module, there is also available a board that includes this module that brings the standard interface like Ethernet on RJ45 and also the USB interface. You also have some IOs available on the board. So this is a very easy solution to integrate an NXP processor in your application. So this board can act as a evaluation board for the module, but also as a final solution for your application. So there is also some SKU available depending on the type of RAM and so the type of module that is integrated on the board. So same philosophy for the other module. For example, for the single core AMX6 UL and ULL, where you can find, well, this one is a little bit different because we have two Ethernet interface, but we can find also a very standard interface from the NXP, I should say, world, still with extended temperature range available, and also a very compact size, which because the footprint is only 25 by 25 millimeters. So very easy to integrate in your application. Maybe one question you could ask is the difference between the UL and the ULL. So this is mainly based on some security capabilities of the NXP chip. So you can also find a board based on the EMX6 UL module, like the EMX8 solution. So it's the same philosophy. And it's easier if you have all the interface you would like on this board. It's easier to integrate the board in your application. So for sure you can find all the datasheet on the Kontron website for this product if you need to have some technical details on these products. One point is that this solution can also run the Codesys software, which is a soft logic software that can run on this unit to achieve some automation solution.
Patrick,
yes?
one point, it's completely okay to me when you continue in French.
Okay.
So it's only my French is not good enough, so
okay. Yeah. Okay.
I must present in English.
Yes, okay, so I will continue in French. Un point important pour ces produits, effectivement, donc ils sont disponibles sous Yocto, hein, donc qui est une version ouverte de Linux, hein, et donc effectivement Kontron propose le BSP Yocto pour ces différents produits, que ce soit le LIMX6 UL, que ce soit l'STM32 ou que ce soit l'IMX8. Donc voilà, voici justement effectivement le STM32 MP155 qui est un dual core, qui est intéressant puisqu'il a une interface graphique qui est assez performante avec un accélérateur 3D, et on dispose également d'un cœur Cortex M4 intégré dans la puce qui peut effectivement exécuter des fonctions annexes je dirais à l'application principale sous Yocto. On retrouve également les mêmes interfaces, toujours avec des GPIO, les I2C. Donc ça, c'est assez typique du monde effectivement NXP. On retrouve donc toujours ce footprint très très compact et également, chose intéressante, une capacité à exécuter dans des environnements à température de moins 40 à 85 degrés. Donc de la même manière, il y a effectivement une carte qui intègre ce module qui est disponible, où on retrouve les interfaces standards, donc des interfaces de type Ethernet, USB, des I/O, des interfaces pour le display, donc de manière à pouvoir intégrer cela dans vos applications d'une manière facilitée. So Thomas.
So yes, here we have one page for our open standard model, OSM standard. This standard, we are a part of, or we are one part of the development team from this standard, and the OSM standard is it's completely new, and it is a standardization of the SOM modules in order to implement interchangeability. Our first product with this standard will be the i.mx8M mini SOM, and we have it at the beginning of 2022. Here is the hint. If you are interested, then we offer our informations on the website and on our Contron docs page. It's an overview of them. This is overview of our eval kit. Our eval kits have all the time one board line inside, and it's with the different SOMs. You could choose one of them, and there are different sets, one just with the board and one with the display, and all the time there is a power supply and a cable and a USB to serial converter inside. Here we have an overview over our Raspberry Pi toolbox. Our Raspberry Pi toolbox is begins with only the baseboard, and you could also buy it with the Raspberry on it, and also with a housing, and there are in addition additional displays available for that. That is how it looks like, only the board and the board with the housing. Here we have some informations about it. On the left side, it's again only the board. It's the V2L, it's the large board, and in the middle it's the large board with the Raspberry on it, and on the right side it's the complete device with the housing. The PIX10 series is the compatibility of the Raspberry Pi and the PIX10 products are shown here. We can use the Raspberry 1, 2, 3, or also the Model 4. You could choose by your own. And here we have some technical data. The PIX10 series are mostly for
Yes, it is
automation
for automation.
technologies, and our other boards with the SOMs are more for communication and control parts. So there is a difference mainly in the inputs, outputs, and here we have also some relays, and we have some servo outputs. So the great advantage of Raspberry products is the flexibility of the software that is shown here. Here we have another version of the PIC-Stand. It's the S, it's the small version. It's smaller, and we have less contacts, but the same strategy, only the board with Raspberry and with housing. Here we have less inputs, and we have only 2 servo outputs instead of 4, and but also 4 relays and so on. So the PIC-Stand, we have some extension boards for this PIC-Stand to add some outputs and inputs on it. The same, you could also buy only the board, and also with the housing. So, and here, this is another approach with the Raspberry, but here we go the way with the compute module. Nowadays we have the compute module 3, and here we have focused on the communication interfaces and created a significant or a much smaller module than the PIC-Stand modules. And here we are currently designing the new compute module 4 and it will be then we will be able to offer the EMC approved module at the beginning of the 2022. And the great benefit are the certified radio modules with wireless communication, Bluetooth, and so on. And also here we have an extension board to add some in and outputs. Here again, the reference to the informations on the products. You can look at our homepage, and we have some software images for you. This is one of the main area of the Kontron, and here we can offer compact web panels, 7-inch, 10-inch, 15-inch, and normally we could use it as a web panel. It's Chromium based, so it comes with a browser. And it's modular with the PIC-Stand. You could use it with codices, maybe the additional boards, the extension modules, the base board, and you could use it with a display. This side also gives some information about the modularity of the modules. Here we have some examples what we have currently implemented with these products. It's mostly control electronics, control tasks, data exchange, data analyzing, data recording. That is one big part of us. Controls of coffee machines, baking ovens, or here water pumps, and some communication gateways. So, thank you, Patrick.
Yes, so thank you, Thomas, for this presentation. I would like to, so you have our references on this slide. So feel free, if you have interest in these product lines, in this product, to contact us. Anyway, you will have a copy of the presentation that will be provided to you by our marketing department, so you can refer to the presentation later on. But I would like to start also the question and answers session. If you have some details, a topic that you would like us to address, feel free to write with the chat your question, and we'll be pleased to answer these questions. So we can start it right now if you have some if you want to have some details on a particular point. Feel free to ask your question. We will carry on a few minutes. If you have some question to provide, please take this opportunity to ask your question, and we will be pleased to answer. So no questions. I understand previous evening was hard for the French people, so feel free to ask or to come back to us later on if you want some details about this product line. I didn't mention during the presentation, but with Kontron Electronics, we can also address some specific development. If you have a specific module you would like to develop based on this technology and you have some volume, feel free to come back to us. Also, Kontron Electronics is able to take some EMC project to build your board in Eastern Europe, if you like. So there are many possibilities. So don't hesitate to ask us about and to tell us about your project, and we will try to see and discuss how we can help. So this is always the approach we have based on the project to see how we can handle and how we can help you for your project. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for participating to this seminar. I hope you find it interesting and that you like this technology. And we'll be pleased to see you again on a later seminar on this product, maybe on the OSM and maybe on the other Kontron product. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.